Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Momo from the Tax Universe, your tax buddy here to make taxes simple, exciting, and easy to understand. One common question that people have is what really counts as a business expense that you can deduct for tax. Can you write off your Netflix if you're a film critic? Or deduct your car if you use it for both Uber rides and Costco runs? These questions trip people up all the time, and honestly, the rules aren't always clear. Here's the general rule. If you spend money to make money, you can usually deduct it. If it's personal, like groceries, Netflix, or your weekend spa trip, nope, no deduction. Sounds simple, right? But life is messy, and business is messy too. Sometimes the line between business and personal isn't so clear. Take a home office, for example. If your desk is in your bedroom, is the rent deductible? Or what about your car? Part business, part personal. Even clothing can get tricky if it's tied to your brand. Courts wrestle with these questions all the time because real life doesn't fit neatly into tax code boxes. And then there are cases where people push the boundaries of what counts as a deductible business expense. Some attempts are laughable, some are clever, and a few are downright bizarre. Today's story, based on a real tax case, fits perfectly into that last category. Imagine an expense that isn't just connected to your business, but actually becomes part of your body. Our story begins in the late 1980s in the United States. Meet Cynthia. Cynthia was a professional exotic dancer who wanted to stand out in a crowded, competitive industry. Her strategy? Invest in herself, literally. She underwent multiple surgeries to enlarge her breasts to an extreme size. Afterward, she rebranded her stage persona as Chesty Love. Each implant weighed about 10 pounds. Imagine carrying 2 bowling balls strapped to your chest. Not exactly cosmetic enhancement, more like a complete transformation. And surprisingly, it worked. Cynthia doubled her performance fees. Her act became a novelty attraction, leading to bookings far beyond the strip club stage. She even made appearances on national television talk shows, earning over $70,000 in just a few months. From a pure business perspective, the return on investment was phenomenal. But there was a dark side. The implants weren't glamorous or fun for her. They caused infections, leakage, and constant discomfort. Cynthia and her husband were even shunned by family. She told the judge that once her career ended, she planned to have them removed. So here's the million-dollar tax question. Can you deduct the cost of breast implants as a business expense? Normally, personal costs like food, clothing, or beauty treatments don't qualify. But when something is done solely to earn money, even if it looks personal, it might count as business. The IRS said the surgeries were cosmetic, end of story. But Cynthia pushed back. She argued no one would endure such extreme procedures unless it was about making a living. The tax court judge examined the facts. The usual rule is clear. If something gives a big personal benefit, it's not deductible. But in this case, the implants actually harmed her personally. They didn't make life better, they made it worse. The only upside was financial, directly tied to her work. The judge explained that the implants drastically altered her body solely for the purpose of making money. This wasn't vanity surgery, it was a business tool, just like a musician buying a guitar or a carpenter buying a saw. In the end, the court sided with Cynthia. They ruled the implants were a legitimate business expense because they were entirely for her career and actually harmful to her personal life. So in this battle, the taxpayer won. The implants were deductible. So what can we take away from this? First, the line between personal and business expenses is not always clear. Even judges struggle with it. They have to rely not just on the tax code, but on their own judgment and life experience. And honestly, if a different judge had been on the case, the outcome could have gone the other way. What do you think? Leave in the comment section below. Should these implants have been deductible, or were they too personal no matter what? This case also shows how unusual facts can bend tax law in surprising ways. Normally, things like cosmetic surgery, nice clothing, or a gym membership are considered personal. But when the facts are extreme, the court may see them as tools of the trade. So next time you're tempted to call something a business expense, ask yourself, is it truly for business, or does it also serve your personal life? Sometimes the answer is obvious. Other times, well, that's why we have tax courts. And stick around, because in our next video, we'll dive into another outrageous case. Can a drug dealer deduct stolen drug money on his tax return? You don't want to miss this one. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you next time.